Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Shelby, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Shelby's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, then leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is a second piece of equipment that we're using. Shelby has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Shelby is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to go ahead and demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Shelby take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Shelby heel, and you're going to start walking, and then Shelby should fall in line, walking right there appropriately next to you, not lagging behind on that leash, nor should she be lunging ahead and pulling on that leash, but she should be staying at your left heel position. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise, which you will see throughout the training video, is an automatic sit, and there's an example right there. So anytime that you're out walking with Shelby and you stop, she should sit nicely right there at your left heel position. The next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and a voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of her muzzle on the one-word command to stay, and then walk out to the end of your training leash. Now Shelby should remain seated in this position and should not break. This is a great command to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up Shelby's ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. When practicing at home, you want to start at 1 minute and increase your intervals, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your long sit stay. When Fred returns back, he's going to walk all the way around and behind her counterclockwise so that he ends up with her being on his left-hand side. Great job. And they're going to run through their heel, sit, and stay. And as you noticed, and you'll notice frequently throughout the video, that Fred will give her a pet on the head. When working Shelby through her commands, it's important to keep her motivated by using lots of positive reinforcement. Whether you're physically praising her by giving her a pet or verbally praising her and telling her she's a good girl. So Fred leaves Shelby in another sit stay and walks out to the end of the training leash. He's going to give her a moment to hold that sit stay, and he's going to now demonstrate the recall or the come on command. For this command, you're going to say, Shelby, come.
Shelby, come.
She should then come in and sit right in front of you. Good girl. And then we have an exercise called the finish. We return her to heel position by heeling her around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side. She sits nicely, and they're going to demonstrate that again. Leave her in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the leash, give her a moment to hold her sit stay, and when you feel appropriate, tell her, Shelby, come. Gather the leash as she comes in case you need to provide correction. Make sure she sits nicely, and then heel her around the back of you, returning her to her your left-hand side where she, again, should sit nicely. Great job. Now when Shelby first comes home, you want to pick an area when you're practicing your commands with her that's nice and quiet and distraction-free, so that way you can start to feel comfortable working her through her commands and providing correction if need be. And then over time, you can slowly start to increase the amount of distractions into your training sessions. The next command that they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands, and it's the down from a heel position. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm again, but this time straight down towards the ground in the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command and walk out to the end of your leash. Again, she should remain laying down in this position and should not break. This is a great command to practice frequently to help build up her ability to down stay for longer periods of time. And this command, you start at 3 minutes, and you'll increase your intervals, working up to a total of 5 minutes for your long down stay. Fred's going to go ahead and return back again, walking counterclockwise so that he returns so that she is on his left-hand side. Good girl. We also recommend that when Shelby first comes home, for the first couple of weeks, you set aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day so that you can work her through her commands in a formal training session such as this video here. Demonstrate that down for you again. Open flat of your left palm down towards the ground. One more command to down, then give the stay command. Now he's going to give her a moment to hold that down stay, and then they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command from the down position this time.
Shelby, come. Good girl.
She gets up, comes in, sits nicely. Good girl. This last command they're demonstrating is the down from a distance. Leave Shelby in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the leash, and from the end of the leash use your right hand to give the down command. Good girl.
Shelby.
Now what Fred and Shelby are about to demonstrate is a little sample of our advanced off-leash training. And by that, we're going to be dropping the leash and increasing our distance. Again, this is something that you can look forward to working on with Shelby in the future if you are diligent with her on-leash training. And you can see that Fred still leaves the leash on, he just drops it in case he needs to provide correction. And he's just increasing his distance between him and Shelby by a couple extra feet there. Great job. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Shelby has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Shelby, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.